Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Chris.
We at DarkStar. Today we're going to be watching RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 9.
Raise the roof.
Things are getting crazy. We haven't seen, what's his face? Or wait, was that last episode?
Where
What
Chick's
thumbnail
dad,
is this?
Like dad was going nuts.
This is the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's what we left off.
Wolverine dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole thing's going down in Menagerie or whatever, but the thumbnail is Cinder, so we're finally going to see what they have to do with trying to get the Spring Maiden out of Raven's camp. That's what we're doing. It looks like this episode, obviously, could show anything. But yeah, other than that,
I'm not gonna lie. You said Raven like so fast that I thought you said Raiden, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Raiden?" I was like,
they are going to try to find the Spring Maiden from the God of Thunder.
Yep.
It'd be interesting.
Let's go. And the Full Metal, or not Full Metal, Metal Gear Solid guy. Yeah, they're both there.
Yeah, I don't know what he is though, so I don't know what his title might be. So I wasn't gonna.
Cyborg of Death and Killer of Wolverine.
Darren Rodson, dude.
Oh lord.
The last thing we left off on was in terms of RWBY and all them, Weiss trying to tell Yang to get the fuck over it. Just kidding. That heart to heart. We got a nice. Let's just say that the Wang is growing in the show for sure. That's what I would
pretty fucking long, dude.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, it's getting up there, dude.
Yeah. It's only like half chub right now, but I think we'll be full mass by the end of the series.
It's a grower, not a shower for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely a grower.
Oh man. All right, well, let's go ahead and watch it. 3, 2, 1, start.
Raven.
Oh, someone's getting ready to play some Monster Hunter.
What is it? Salem's found us. Salem. Okay. 4 of her followers are waiting to speak with you.
Right. We planned for this. Bring me my helmet. I don't recall inviting so many guests into our home. Either I'm losing my memory, or you've all lost your spines.
Don't be too upset with them, Raven. Your men simply recognize the power of a maiden when they see it. Which is why we'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, shit.
Leave us. Pack your things, then break down camp. We're moving.
A little late to run and hide. You've been on our master's list for some time, so you must understand that we cannot allow you to slip away.
I know all about your master, but I don't believe we've met.
We're the guys you should be afraid of.
I doubt anyone should be afraid of you.
Oh, yeah? Tell that to Quiet.
That's what I thought.
I'm Cinderfall. This is my associate, Arthur Watts. And my disciples, Emerald and Mercury.
2 children you've tricked into following you, a disgraced Atlesian scientist, and a fall maiden with a surname so appropriate she probably picked it herself. Something tells me you've got more than a slight case of egomania. Is that about right?
Technically, I was also a doctor, but I must say the rest was spot on.
Aren't you perceptive?
It's what's kept me alive.
I'm afraid the only reason you're still alive is because you have something our master wants. Of course, if I'm wrong.
Vernal!
So,
Yep.
this is the long-lost Spring Maiden. Prove it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. That was impressive.
Bernal has done well under my guidance. I'd take that into consideration before you try anything.
Raven, I won't underestimate you, so please don't insult my intelligence. There is a slim chance you and your maiden could escape here today, but if you know our master as well as you claim to, then you know you could never truly escape her. But we come bearing an olive branch.
The maidens are merely a means to an end. Salem's true desires are the relics locked within the Huntsman Academies. Come with us. Allow Vernal here to unlock the Relic of Knowledge, and all previous acts of defiance against Salem will be forgiven. It's the best deal either of you are going to get.
You talk as if walking straight into Haven will be easy.
That's because it will be. Headmaster Lionheart is loyal to Salem now. All we need is the key to the vault. You're not the only one to turn your back on Oz, Raven.
I'm not helping Salem. I'm not helping Oz. I don't want a part in any of this.
That ship sailed when you chose to harbor a maiden. But if you come with us to Haven, we'll leave you, your tribe, and your little secret to live out the rest of your days squabbling in the wilderness. We just need the relic.
I need time to think this over.
You don't have time. In 2 days, Haven Academy will be destroyed by the White Fang. You're going to choose now.
Backed me into a corner, huh?
So, are you with us or against us?
Agreements like these are built on trust. And forgive me for saying, but I don't trust a single one of you. You're going to need to give me more.
You are in a poor position to negotiate.
I want my brother dead.
Wow.
Crow?
Damn.
That's right. He knows I have Spring. And if I help you get your relic, he's going to become a problem. I have enough problems to deal with. Crow
That's
doesn't
brutal.
trust me, but he does trust Ozpin's other lieutenants. If Leo really is loyal to you, then you can order him to invite Crow right into an ambush. He arrives at Haven, we take him down, you get your relic, and we all leave happy.
Now this is a proposition I can get behind.
All right, ladies, let's pause for a moment. We have one objective. Retrieving the Relic of Knowledge. Now, Crow Bronwyn may be on our list of individuals we would very much like dead, but he's not going to go down without a fight, and he's not going to fight quietly. Our advantage here is just as you said. We walk straight into Haven, no resistance, no one the wiser. A battle with your brother throws that all out the window.
He's good, but not that good. All of us against him, it'll be over in a heartbeat.
She's
it's
lying,
not
I think,
just
by the
him.
way.
He has the students with him. He has RWBY.
He certainly does.
If we leave that school a bloody mess, it will draw the attention of the authorities. The kingdom will be on high alert, and the White Fang's attack will be ruined.
Then we wait. We wait until the full moon. Leo invites Crow and his little fighters to Haven the same night Hazel and Adam arrive with the White Fang. As soon as the battle is won, the White Fang demolishes Haven, and any evidence we may have left behind is lost along with the school.
Then Salem leaves my people alone. For good.
You have yourself a deal.
Wait. Don't think I don't see what you're after. If this falls to pieces over your grudge with a child, I will not be taking the blame.
Then what are you worried about? Fly back home and tinker with your machines. And tell Salem she'll get what she wants. And more.
Where's the cage?
Where's Mom?
I'm not sure.
Right.
I got ambushed right away.
What if we take down
God.
Corsair's clinic?
No, go now.
But
You keep assuring me your friend isn't a complete waste of space. Let's see him prove it.
We got this, Blake. I've wanted to sock these creeps since the day we met.
You'll have to get in line. Blake, go!
I won't let you down, sir.
Shut up.
You got it.
Yes, Vernal.
Shut up.
I followed
You got
them
it.
as you asked.
Did they spot you?
Of course not. They have a ship 2 clicks west of here. Looks like they're staying there for the night.
Thank you, Vernal. Anything else?
Do you actually believe they'll let us go once they have the relic?
Of course not. They'll never leave us alone. Once
Probably
our
gonna try to
purpose
kill
is
'em.
come and gone, we'll be discarded. Salem only uses people until they are no longer useful. If we want to have any chance of defending ourselves against her, then we need this relic.
Oh, shit.
If Crow and those brats want to follow Ozpin, then let them. When the chaos reaches its peak, we'll grab the relic and make our escape.
And the fact that your daughter will be a part of all that?
Doesn't matter. I warned her. She made her choice. This path won't be easy for us either, but we must do what's right for the tribe.
I know. I'll do whatever it takes.
Good.
Hey, Crow? Oz needs to talk to you.
Go down, dog.
Joey, have you seen all the thumbnails for this season yet?
Can I look at them?
If you want to. I mean, we're going to be talking about. Are you going to or not?
I can see them. Side.
Okay. Okay, well then I'm going to speak freely. I have not seen any other episodes or anything like that. I'm just going off of what we've seen and the thumbnails. To me, it would appear that she wears the mask so that they can't see her eyes because she's the maiden. The other chick is obviously not the maiden. At first, what I thought was when I first saw this, when they first showed this episode, I thought, okay, we were right about her being the maiden. She's about to die and pass her powers over to Raven. But now that she had her get her helmet and wear a mask or whatever, and the chick's eyes weren't glowing when she used her maiden powers.
Oh, so the chick did that, but okay, I got you. Yeah,
she wasn't actually using the maiden powers. Raven was. So
I thought that was interesting as well. And it kind of proved it. Because, like I said, I'm a fucking first member, so I get an email as soon as a fucking RWBY episode goes up. And I went and looked, and that was the thumbnail. And I was all like, oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me?
Probably not gonna. That's crazy. But before I forget this, because I forget shit really quickly, probably not gonna happen now because the way she finished that, saying they need the relic. But what I thought when she was making that deal with them, she's like, "Yeah, well, I'll go to fucking dude's place. Y'all invite Crow and them, and we'll ambush them." That she would be there and be like, "Hey, Crow and Team RWBY, I can't kill them 4 by myself, so I need y'all's team and Crow." Basically, like it's actually a setup for them 4 and not for RWBY and Crow, Team RWBY and Crow. But the way she finished it, she's like, "We just need the fucking relic," so that might not even happen.
Yeah. It's unfortunate they did their thumbnails like that, just because.
Yeah, I see it on 13. I didn't see that till you said it, but I see it on 13.
Just because, like, so we talk a lot about stuff like Ozpin being the wizard, right? We talk a lot about that kind of stuff being like, man, it's so obvious that maybe they're like trying to kind of like pull like a double move or something like that. You know what I mean? And this was one of the times where that's exactly what they were trying to do. They were trying to make us think, like I said right off the bat, maybe that chick's the maiden or whatever. And then they show her, and they say that she's the maiden, and then, you know, it's going to turn around and it's going to be Raven was the actual maiden the whole time or whatever. But because that thumbnail's there, you know, I don't know.
No, I mean,
that
honestly,
one kind of
yeah.
sucks.
Like, if the thumbnail wasn't there, yeah. I mean, honestly, they did a really good job, in my opinion, of hiding that. Because I remember whenever Yang and Weiss were first at that camp, there was that lightning bolt that struck down, and then we were like, "Oh shit, it's the maiden." But if you looked, whenever they panned back to her, she was holding Weiss's sword, and they specifically had it showing the yellow dust slot the entire time. So also kind of hinting that she could have just been using the power of Weiss's sword with the dust to make the lightning come down. And then even when she throws it back to Weiss, Weiss looks at the sword, and once again, she's looking at the yellow slot.
Yeah, and just it just kind of blows. Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't have recognized it because I would have been so happy that we were right about her being the maiden. I've been like, yeah, we fucking knew it, because that one's not like as obvious as the wizard.
Yeah,
as the wizard one either. When it first came up, it was like, oh man, she could be the maiden sort of deal or whatever. I've been like, she was. So I probably wouldn't even have been trying to figure out if Raven was the actual maiden or something like that. But like I said, I don't know. Like basically, if you're not watching it week to week, which we didn't get a chance to do this season because we were still finishing up Chibi and all that kind of stuff. You know, YouTube recommended the whole right side when you're watching one of these episodes. It's the next like 4 or 5 episodes, so it's not like it's like avoidable. And if you watch RWBY, then the newest one is gonna pop up in your recommended feed when you hop on YouTube. So it's like, you know, it's kind of an unavoidable thing when, unless you're just gonna shut yourself off from YouTube and put like sticky tape on the right side of your fucking computer screen or something. You gotta fucking watch them. It's just like,
no, trust me, man. I know, especially being with such a huge Rooster Teeth fan like I am. Anytime I go on to get like a fucking podcast or anything like that on the actual first thing, the first thing that pops up is RWBY, the news.
Hey fans, welcome to our podcast. RWBY died. All right, so what we're going to do today is
that's actually how Yang's arm getting cut off was spoiled for me. Was a podcast. They were sitting there talking, And Barbara's like, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy that we have this show where so many crazy things happen that you just wouldn't see, like Yang's arm getting cut off. And then she just got quiet, and Brandy's like, that one might have been a little too early. It might have been a little too early. But they kept it in the podcast. I was like, fuck. Oh, I was like, no. Oh,
That's funny.
God.
Joey got spoiled like 10 times on Yang's arm getting cut off, and then somehow we still managed to
I
convince him
fucking forgot about it.
that Yang's arm didn't get cut off, and then it got cut off, and she was so oh my god, it was the best, dude. I mean, we had to me, Tim, and Mike had to fucking coordinate so well to convince Joey that he didn't understand what actually happened, what was actually going to happen, and that Yang's arm wasn't going to get cut off or whatever. That was great. It was great. Good times. Good times all around. But I thought the kind of father-in-law, son-in-law, if you want to call it like that, not official, but whatever. Moment between Sun and Gira was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It was obviously really short, but just further solidifying that kind of relationship, I guess, between him and Blake.
Dude, will Blake make it back with Team RWBY before the season's over?
That would have been hilarious if instead of him being like, I won't let you down, sir, he's just like, I won't let you down, Dad.
Yeah, well, I was thinking when he started saying it, I was like, but yeah. So now she's gonna fight Ilya, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Kick her ass, dude.
I'm not gonna lie though. When you first started talking about Raven being the Fall Maiden, Spring Maiden, you were talking about the thumbnails, and like for some reason my brain just wasn't clicking with what you were saying, even though that we both had already came to the same conclusion. So like I've got the end of the episode is up, and it's just showing the next or the 6 slots, and they're all episodes. And on the right has Raven with the fucking flames going out of her eyes, but on the left is like Ilya, and she's just doing the whole like thing, and you're all like, yeah, she wears a mask so that way people don't look at her eyes. And for some reason I thought she was talking about Ilya, and I'm just like, is she blind? Like I don't know what he's getting at here. And then you're all like, yeah, because then they can't see the powers. And I was like, and all of a sudden it looked up to the Raven one. I was like, oh, he's talking about Raven. I was like, I don't know why, but I automatically thought you were talking about Ilya. I was just like, I don't fucking get it. What is he talking about?
That's funny.
Oh Lord. That's weird.
But so one thing I wanted to talk about that I thought of, because somebody had brought it up in a comment or whatever. We had talked previously about Glenda Goodwich's her voice actress kind of falling out with Rooster Teeth or whatever. I mean, she's pretty much been completely written out of the story at this point. I wonder if she's just gone. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
last thing we seen was her putting the place back together, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, as like she wasn't like talking, they were just like showing her like putting it together at the end of volume 3 or whatever. Like that's the
crazy
extent of Glenda Goodwich that we've gotten since, like, I don't know. That's crazy. Like you'd think she would be part of Ozpin's plan if she was going to be part of Ozpin's plan at this point, or would get in contact with her or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and especially whenever you look at that like that, because I mean, she was kind of like his right hand at fucking Beacon.
Right.
Especially whenever you look at it like that, it's definitely a lot more easier to be like, yeah, she probably was just written out, because there's no way with Ozpin just disappearing and shit like that she just hasn't shown up, trying to find Ozpin or whatever. So
yeah, and I mean it would appear she was part of the inner circle thing as well, which means that Crow knew about the reincarnation thing, I'm sure Glinda would have as well at that point. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was weird or interesting or whatever you want to call it. We haven't seen a lot of characters in quite a while. I don't know. I'm interested to see if we're ever going to see some of these characters again, or if they're just going to kind of continuously create new and go in a different direction. Obviously, Miles is going to want to keep Monty's work as well as possible, but also kind of move in. I mean, he's the one writing it, so it's not going to be exactly the same. So I wonder if there's any decisions going on behind the scenes that we don't know about in terms of that.
I can call him real quick and
Yeah,
find out.
because I believe, right? Because I believe it's Miles, Carrie, and Gray. I think are like the lead like writers / directors and everything else, and they determine what's going on. So
I'm just glad Rooster Teeth done something right. I like the show.
JJ.
JJ. Like it with Chris.
Oh my god,
fanboy.
Well, you made me want to fucking cut you. That's for sure.
You're so far away though, you can't.
Oh man. All right. We got anything else? That. Crow's Crow's going to talk to Ozpin. Like an episode after Yang told him that they needed to have no more secrets or whatever, and now he's about to go secretly talk to.
And that was definitely
Crow.
something about that because he's like, "Let's go talk," or he also needs to talk, and this fucking just ends it. Yeah, it's gonna be a secret. For sure.
I wonder if Oscar's gonna be like a double agent with that. You know what I mean? Because like he can control his own body. Like if like he fucking sees Ozpin say something or whatever, and he thinks it's morally questionable, and then he like goes to RWBY or something, and he's like, "Yo, so check it. Ozpin
they're
definitely
fucking lying.
is not fucking telling you the whole truth." Well, check that out. So yeah, I don't know. Oh god,
there's gonna be some sick fights to end the season. I do feel like so that's gonna be dope.
Stuff is gonna happen for sure because people are saying that this is like the best. Some people are basically arguing whether or not this volume is better than volume 3. Everybody that I see talking about it is arguing whether or not it's this one or volume 3 is better. So the end of the season is gonna be crazy. I'm sure. So, but
I'm ready for the last episode, dude. Out of all of them, you want to talk about like the thumbnails? Like you got Raven standing there and Yang in the background, and Yang's missing her arm again.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you motherfuckers! I didn't see that. Go back.
Joke's on you, bro.
Over here looking like Mrs. Potato Head.
Damn.
Yep, I'm ready to know what the fuck is going on in that scene.
Raven takes her arm. Ha! Can't fight me now.
Slaps her arm. Slaps her with it.
Yeah, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. It's all like, you know what, Yang? No, you're grounded. I'm taking your toys away. She takes her fucking arm. Go to your room.
All right. Well, we'll have to see whatever happens next week. Blake and Ilya are gonna fight, presumably. Yeah, Ilya is the fucking thumbnail for that one, so that's happening.
Whenever you search RWBY in YouTube, there's a million results. You should go search all those. If there's anything we need to look at some other day to fucking record. Only a million results. It shouldn't take too long.
All right, I'll just do that. Some of those are us, probably. So. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, DarkStar Reacts, check our Patreon if you want to get early access. Until next time, I'm Anthony.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Chris.
We are DarkStar. Thanks for watching, guys.